Hey guys, so today's look is going to be on this Beauty and the Beast special effects Halloween makeup look. So it's half face Beauty, half face Beast. But if you want to see the full face on just the Belle makeup look, I will leave the link for that video in the description box. But this is a different version of it where half of my face is supposed to represent the Beast and half of it is supposed to represent Belle. I really love how it turned out and hopefully you guys do too. I think it's very, very cool for Halloween. So if you want to see how to get this look, just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with a white eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to be using this to kind of trace out kind of where I want these scratches to be. So these scratches do represent the Beast, and then I'm going to grab my liquid latex. This is from Milani with a sponge, and I'm going to be applying the liquid latex right where I kind of put the outlines. So I decided to do 3 scratches along one side of my face. And then after I have the liquid latex down, I'm going to grab some tissue and I'm going to separate it into its thinner layers. And you basically want to rip pieces of this to kind of be the size of the scratches. So then I'm applying this right over the liquid latex. So right where I put the liquid latex, you want to apply the tissue, and then I'm adding more tissue and more liquid latex and just layering these two to create a thick layer. So as you can see right here, I'm just adding more tissue and then more latex and so on until you get the thickness you want, and then you want to make sure to let it all dry down. So then once it is dry, you can add the foundation to blend it in with your skin. So I'm just using my Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation in the shade Buff Bisque with a foundation brush. And you do want to be gentle when doing this, but I am just kind of stippling the foundation over the tissue and latex, and then kind of blending it outward onto my skin. So then I'm just going to set that all down with my Coty Airspun loose translucent powder and a wet sponge, making sure it is not tacky. Then I'm going to go into my Morphe 35B palette, and I'm just taking those red tone shades right there and applying them right over the scratched areas, I guess, just to make them look more like flesh. So now this is probably the most difficult part, is cutting the tissue and latex up to form the scratches. So you want to be very, very patient with this. It will take a while. I would say the best technique is kind of lifting the middle part of the tissue up and then cutting right over that, and this will help you create the initial cut, and then from then on out you just want to extend it out by cutting the flaps. So this is the most tedious part. You do want to be patient, and you do want to be very, very careful that you are not cutting your own skin or you're not poking yourself with the scissors. So make sure you are very, very careful in this part of this makeup look. But once you have those openings, you can take a black paint pot. I'm using mine from Wet n Wild in the shade Black, and I am just using a small brush to apply it right in the opening of the scratches. And then I'm going to take this Milani liquid lipstick in the shade Devotion, and I'm just going to apply this right on top just to give it that like scarred flesh red effect. This is a deeper burgundy shade, so it works perfectly as like a dried down blood look. And I'm also putting this on the flaps of the liquid latex and tissue. So then I'm taking some of that red shade and I'm just going to apply it around the edges of the tissue and latex, and then I'm going to be combining some of these red shades with the black, and I'm going to be using this to outline the scratches just to make it look more realistic and swollen. So then it's time to add blood. I am using just some fake blood, anyone will work, and I'm just applying this right in the opening of each scratch. And then I'm taking my sponge to kind of blend out any harsh edges and making it look more realistic, like the blood has kind of spread out onto my skin. And then I'm going to take the blood and kind of run it down along the scratches to make it look like blood was dripping out of the initial scratches. And then this step is totally optional, but I'm grabbing these Primal colored contact lenses. These are in the shade Moonlight Azure, and I'm just grabbing one and applying it to the side of my face where the scratches are to represent the beast's blue eyes and to kind of further initiate that half and half look of this makeup look. But this is it for the finished look. I really love how it turned out. If you guys recreate this Beauty and the Beast special effects Halloween makeup look, make sure to tag me on Instagram. My username will be linked in the description box, and make sure to also check out the original Belle makeup look for this tutorial. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!